There we are. So welcome to Sue and to Kath, who want the recording. Right, so today we're going to start into Tadasana. So is everybody feeling okay, first of all?
Yes, thank you.
For injuries?
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm just about getting over my paddleboard injury, but still there slightly. That's what happens when you get older. It takes forever for things to heal. Oh. Right, okay, so I'm going to mute everybody. So if you want to talk to me, you know what you need to do. And I'm just going to bring myself up on the screen. Right, so let's start in Tadasana. Find your Tadasana. So have your feet about hip distance apart and really connect the soles of the feet to the floor. So spread the toes. Just have a glance down at the toes. You can lift them up away from the mat and spread them out. And feel really strong and stable. So working your way up from the soles of the feet, find some softness in your knees. Your pelvis is facing forward. And just tuck your tummy muscles in and have your lower ribs in line with your pelvis, so we're not jutting it forward or back. Relax your shoulders. Your chin is parallel to the floor. Just feel as though everything is stacked one on top of the other. Your hands can just hang alongside your body, so there's no tension here. Have some softness in the arms and the shoulders. And if you feel balanced, you can close your eyes or just soften your gaze. Just take a few breaths in here. In through the nose, out through the nose. As you're breathing in, feel how your lungs are filling up all the way to the bottom of your rib cage. And as you breathe out, just let go. Send that breath out through the nose, but can you also send it all the way down to the soles of your feet? Just feel as though it's allowing you to drop down into the mat. Really connecting the body with the mat. So you feel strong and supported. So what we're going to work on today is a little bit of mobilizing. So we're going to do some moves that are really useful to know if you're going to go out and do any other exercise, like cycling or running, or even just to get ourselves going in the morning, just working through our bodies. And it's also really good to do before your yoga practice. So these mobilizing moves get the body moving, get the blood pumping, get all the fluids moving around the joints. If you take a little bit of time to do that before you come into your asanas or your other energetic practice, then you're treating your body a little bit nicer. You're not going to go straight into a stretch and potentially overstretch and cause yourself some damage, which is obviously not what we plan to do. So just take another deep breath in and out. And then with your next exhalation, drop your chin to your chest. So Start to feel that movement in the back of the neck. It might feel quite tight to start with. So inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, drop it down towards your chest once more. Inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, drop it down. And as you're dropping it towards your chest, make sure your shoulders are down and relaxed. So you're increasing that stretch at the back of the neck and the side of the neck. And then as you inhale, keeping your chin close to your chest, sweep it up and over your right shoulder. And keep your eyes closed as you do this. Exhale the chin back to the center. Inhale, up and over the left shoulder. Exhale back to the center. Inhale and lift your chin so that it's parallel to the floor. Keep your eyes closed once more. And as you inhale, start to roll your shoulders. So lift them up towards your ears and send them back down and around. So find that circular movement in the shoulders. And each time you do it, make the circle a little bit bigger. So maybe as you bring the shoulders forward, you can feel your shoulder blades opening. And as you send them back, you can squeeze the shoulder blades together. So we're starting to get some real energy into that movement now, really bringing the shoulders up to the ears, sending them back and around. Got any clicks and clunks going on? And then reverse that circle. So bringing the shoulders up to the ears, down and around at the front, and then send them back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Just mobilizing and doing a nice rotation of the shoulders. And then allow the hands to just rest alongside your body. And you can gently blink your eyes open. So we're going to start to get some blood pumping through the body. So as you do this with your breath to start with, as you breathe in, keep your elbows close to your sides and lift your hands up towards the front of your body, and then exhale them away. Inhale them back towards your sides, exhale them out wide. Inhale them back to the sides, exhale them, reach them up. So it's 3 movements, inhaling to the sides, reaching out in front of you as you exhale. Inhale, exhale to the side, inhale, exhale up. So keep breathing, but don't worry now about doing this in line with your breath. We're going to speed it up. So it's inhale and exhale out to the front, but only if you're going to be doing quick breaths. So it's front, side, up. Front, side, up. Front, side, up. You've got to think about this one. Front, side, up. So now let's add in our knees. So pump your knees as you do it. Front, side, up. This is a little bit like patting your tummy or your head and rubbing your stomach. You've got to think about the moves now. Front, side, up. Keeping the knees moving at the same time. You're probably starting to breathe a little bit heavier now. Can really feel the blood pumping around the body. And if you want to, you can make it a little jog. So let's just do that for 2 seconds. Just get a little bit more heat. and then slow it down. So when you're doing that at home, you can add that jogging and you can bring your heels up to your hips, but I won't inflict that on you this morning. So standing up straight and tall, can you feel that energy moving? Maybe your breath has become a little short. So take your hands, bring them like knuckles to the sides of your head, to temples. I'm just going to go to the side here. So as you breathe in, draw the elbows out wide. And as you breathe out, you're going to sink down into your chair pose and draw the elbows together. Inhale, come back up, take them out wide. Exhale, come into chair. Inhale, out wide. Exhale, draw those elbows together, sit in your imaginary chair. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and come back to standing. Release your hands. You're starting to feel a little bit more energized here. So let's do another little move. So come to the middle of your mat. Now with this one, we take it slow because we want to perfect our balance. So coming into a little bit of a lunge. So standing up straight and tall, relax your shoulders. Inhale, and as you exhale, step forward with your right foot. Drop your left knee down towards the mat, and the right hand comes up. Reach to the ceiling. Breathing in, come back. Breathing out, sink down. So just do it a few times slowly to perfect that balance. You might need to stay at a drishti point to find that balance. And then when you feel that you're quite balanced, you can introduce the opposite leg. So you might just want to do a few more on this side to balance yourself out with the practice. So obviously the lower you drop that knee, the tougher that is on your thighs. And then we're going to do one leg, one side, and then the other. So reach that hand and drop the knee. Whew. Anybody breathing heavily? So the next time you come to your left side, make that your last. Come back to Tadasana. Just let everything settle. Maybe your heart is pounding a little bit faster. You feel that energy flying around the body. And this is before you do the asanas. Okay, well done. So we're just going to try another little move. So standing up straight and tall. Imagine there's a tripwire in front of you. So you're going to inhale and lift this leg up and step it over the wire. And then you're going to bring it back up, oops, and step it back down. So bring it back to the center and then swap legs, step it over the wire, bring it back. So it's this movement, really working into your hips, opening out the hips and working with these hip flexors. Step in the leg, over that wire. So what's happening with your upper body? Are you leaning backwards or forwards? Try and keep it upright. Keep your tummy muscles engaged. Well done. And then the next time you go to the left, make that the last one. And take your feet wider than hip distance apart. The toes just pointing forward. And you're going to bend into your thighs, hands on your thighs. And this time we're going to duck under the tripwire. So we're going to breathe in and take ourselves under and to the side. So getting down as low as you can, getting under that tripwire. Keep going, ducking down. And then the next time you come up over the left side, that's your last one, come back to the center. Standing up, straight and tall, we've got a little balance to do now. If you want to have your hand near something, that might be an idea. Otherwise, I'll show you what we're going to do. So stand up straight and tall, inhale and bend your right knee towards you, and just allow the lower leg to rock from side to side. And then lift the knee higher. Take it lower. And then extend it out and swing it to the side. And then step back down. Well done. And then let's do the other side. So inhale, bring that leg up. Just let it go all floppy. You're just sending it left and right. Bring the knee higher. Left and right. Take it lower. Keep your tummy muscles engaged. Keep that right leg soft. It will keep you balanced. And then swing side to side. And then come back to standing. Well done. So standing up straight and tall, softness in your knees. Inhale, take your hands out wide. Turn your palms so that they face up to the ceiling. And then with your breath, just reach away and turn the palms over. Breathing in, breathing out as you just rotate through the shoulders. Breathe into that movement. Breathe some softness into your knees. Relax your shoulders. And then we're going to get some movement. We're going to swim. So bring your hands up and around. So really bring that big circular movement. Engage your tummy muscles as you bring your hands forward. Just big swimming circles. And then reverse. So drawing those big circles all around. Sweeping the arms past your ears. Keep your tummies engaged. Softness in the knees. And then release. Well done. We're going to come back to our lunge position for this one. So back down, about halfway down your mat. Step forward with your right leg and drop your left leg completely to the mat. So your left toes are active. Keep yourself balanced here. Inhale, reach the hands forward. So the palms are facing each other. And as you exhale, you're going to bring the palms together and slide the right one all along the inside of the arm, all the way back behind you, like an archer. Inhale and draw it back. Exhale. Draw in the hand. Inhale, Exhale. So getting a nice upper body twist. Once more. Follow that hand with your gaze. And then bring them back to center. Swap knees. We'll do the other side. Drawing the hands back. Bringing the hands back together. Inhaling and exhaling. So try and keep your hips forward as you do this. You're twisting from the upper body into the upper part of the chest, from the rib cage and around. And then release. Take your hands down to the mat. Release your toes behind you. Come into plank. So find this plank position. Strong in your core. Inhale. Exhale the right knee to the right elbow. Send it away. Left knee to left elbow. Send it away. Right knee to left elbow. Send it away. Left knee, right elbow. Send it back. Inhale and draw it up to your chest, round your spine. Send it away. Inhale, left knee up to the chest, rounding up. Send it away. Inhale. Exhale, come to downward facing dog. So bring your feet in a little closer to your first down dog. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more fluid. You can walk your heels, sending them to the mat. And then taking a breath in, either walk or jump your feet to the top of your mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Have a bend in your knees as you drop your head towards the mat. Well done. So if your hands are not quite reaching the floor, bend your knees enough so that you can do that. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, start to lift your hips up to the ceiling. Find that length through the backs of the legs. And then release. Inhale, take your hands all the way out to the side, reaching up and overhead. Come up slowly. Hands come together above your head. Exhale to the heart center. Inhale, hands out wide. Reach up and overhead. Exhale, dive all the way down to the mat. Hands back to the mat, Uttanasana. Inhale, slowly coming up, take your hands out wide. Reaching up and overhead. Take your gaze between your hands, reach into the ceiling. Exhale to the heart center. Once more, inhale, hands out wide, reach up and overhead. Exhale all the way down, dive to the mat. Inhale, coming up slowly, hands out wide. Reach up and overhead. Exhale to the heart center. Just stand for a moment. Let everything settle. And then release your hands to alongside your body. And just gently twisting from side to side. Just spinning the hands around so that they touch your opposite hips on the other side of your waist. Just letting go, releasing that energy. And then slow it down and come back to standing. So that is the end of the mobilizing section. Just notice how your body feels. Hopefully a little bit freer, ready to go. Anybody want to give me a thumbs up? Excellent. Brilliant. So let's do a little flow. Come to the back of your mat. So this flow should feel a lot easier. Now we're all warmed up. So standing up straight and tall. We're going to do a little variation on Surya Namaskar A. So standing up straight and tall, softness in the knees. Inhale, take your hands out wide, reach up and overhead. Take your gaze to your palms. And as you exhale, just have a mini back bend. Just bend into that lower back, not the neck that's dropping back. Make sure it's the lumbar region that we're working on, but don't overdo it. Inhale back to center. Exhale, dive all the way down to the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, walk your hands out along the mat into downward facing dog. Take a breath. And then inhale, send your weight into your hands, lift your right knee up to your chest, round the back, step the foot forward and through. Coming into that lunge. Drop your left knee to the mat, plant the left hand and reach the right hand up to the ceiling. Nice opening twist. Reaching away with those hands. Exhale the hand back to the mat. Inhale, send the weight forward and release that leg back into plank. Find that plank position, strengthen the arms. So think about your shoulders here, opening through the backs of the shoulders, and you're pressing away from the mat. So you're not sinking down into the mat. Inhale, exhale, knees to the mat. Lift your feet away from the mat and cross at the ankles. We're going to chaturanga down to the mat. So bending at the elbows. Exhale, send your chin and your chest. Slide it through. Come to low cobra. Hands alongside the chest. Having the elbows tightly against the side body. Or plant your toes into the mat and come up to up dog. Your choice. Take a breath here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your feet a little closer. Just drop your head through your arms. Taking a breath in down dog. And then on your next inhalation, shift your weight over your hands, lift your left knee up to your chest, round the spine, drop the leg through. Right knee goes down to the mat. Plant your right hand into the mat and float your left hand up. Breathe into this pose. Reaching away with those hands. Just observing your shoulders here. Maybe they feel a little bit more open after that mobilizing. And then take your hands back to the mat, taking a breath. As you exhale, release the leg back into plank. Find that strong plank. Engage your tummy, gazes to the mat. Exhale, knees to the mat. Cross your feet at the ankles, chaturanga down. Bend in the elbows, chin and chest to the mat, sliding through. Up dog or low cobra, your choice. So if you're in up dog, make sure you're lifting out of the shoulders. Find some strength, don't just drop into that lower back. Inhale. Exhale, roll over the toes. Downward facing dog. Keep breathing. Remembering that down dog is a resting pose. And then inhale and walk your hands all the way back to your toes. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, take your hands out wide, slowly, slowly coming up. Reaching the hands up and overhead. Take your gaze to your palms. And as you exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Well done. Just let everything settle. Checking out those knees. Are you locking your knees? Easily done. Relax the shoulders. Find some softness in the neck. We're going to go again. So take a breath in, take your hands out wide, reach up and overhead. Gazes to your palms. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, take your hands all the way down to the midline, down to the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Drop the top of your head towards the mat. Inhale and walk your hands out along the mat, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. On your next inhalation, shift your weight over your hands. Lift your right knee up to your chest, round your spine, come up onto your left toes. It helps to make space. And then drop your foot forward and through. Left knee down to the mat, plant the left hand. Inhale and open up to the ceiling. Take your gaze to that hand if your neck is okay. Reaching away, find some length here. Exhale your hand to the mat. Inhale, shift your weight forward, release the legs back into plank. So find that strong plank, open through the shoulders. Breathing in. Exhale, knees to the mat, crossing at the ankles, chaturanga down. Gliding through, releasing to up dog or low cobra. Taking a breath. Exhale, lift your hips up to the ceiling, downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, send your weight forward, lift your left knee up to your chest. Step it forward and through. Drop your right knee. Right hand to the mat. Inhale, float that left hand up to the ceiling. Reaching away. Inhale. Exhale, take your hand to the mat. So sending your weight forward as you inhale, exhale, release to downward facing dog. Sorry, I almost made you do another plank then. So find your down dog. And inhale and walk your hands all the way back to your toes. Uttanasana, forward fold. Just observe this forward fold. Maybe your hips are getting a little bit higher. You feel that lengthening in the back of the legs. Inhale, take your hands out wide and slowly bring yourself up. Reaching up to the ceiling, palms come together. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the heart center. Well done. So we're just going to do our little Trikonasana routine now. So release your hands. So I'm going to come this way on. I'm just going to show you a couple of options for this. So we're standing at the back of the mat and you're just going to step your right foot forward so that it's not as wide as if we were doing warrior one or any of the warriors, just stepping it a couple of feet forward and have your back leg in that 45-degree angle and your front toes pointing together. Find some length in your spine and reach your hands behind you, interlace the fingers. And as you exhale, we're just going to fold over that front leg. So starting to open up through that front leg. Taking a breath here. Inhale. And lift yourself up and away from the mat. So turn your feet so that your right foot is pointing to the top left corner of your mat and just open the left toes out to the side. So they're still about the same distance apart. We're going to come into Trikonasana. So you might just want to watch me a minute. So from this position, standing up straight and tall, take a breath in. As you exhale, shift the hips over to the left and slide your hand down. So when we slide our hand down, the tendency is to drop forward. So we want to keep this opening and slide the hands down. And a good way of doing that is having a block in front of you to keep that opening. You can have 2 blocks if you think that really helps. Or you can even have a chair. You can have your hands on the chair. So from this position, I'm going to keep 1 block there for the moment. We're coming into triangle. We're going to float our left hand up. And then once we're in triangle, we feel we want to try a balance. You're just going to plant your hand, bend that right knee, lean into the hand, lift the back leg, and reach the hand up. Whoops, not working for me today. Let's try it. I'll try it without the block, I think I'm better. And then reach the hand up, and maybe you can bend that leg and catch hold of the toes. So that's the tricky balance. Try it if you want or not. And if you want to try it with the chair, then that helps you too, because you can go like this, lean into the chair, release your leg, release your hand, catch hold of the foot. I'm just going to watch you as I talk you through it. So let's just do the usual triangle to start. So position your feet, right toes, a little bit of an angle, their left toes out to the side. Stand up straight and tall, exhale and shift that hip. And then slide down the leg. Release the left hand up. So if you need blocks under you, have the blocks. Remember those pointers from that picture I sent you. When you're in triangle, you rotate your chest, opening it up. You open your hips. You engage your inner thighs. You send your weight to the outside edge of the left foot. And you look up to the hand at the ceiling or the foot on the floor, whichever one is good for you. Well done. Good triangles. Anybody want to try lifting that back leg? So you can plant your hand on the block or on a chair. Well done. So just watch, Jill, because you're putting a lot of pressure on your knee there with your hands. It's better to have the hand on a chair or on the block to press down into that if you want to try the lift. Well done. Brilliant. Fabulous. Okay, should we try the other side? So come back to your mat. You're going to step the left foot forward, just slightly shorter than our warrior position. Sweep your hands out behind you, interlace the fingers, and as you exhale, just dipping down over that left leg. Just starting to get that lengthening in the leg, training your body for what we'll be doing in Trikonasana. Inhale and come back up. And then reposition the feet. So the right leg is, right toes are going out towards the long side of the mat. Left toes to the top left corner. And just send the right hip out to the side. As you exhale, slide that left hand down. Trying to keep the chest open. So don't sacrifice the upper body for getting the hand down towards the leg. It's better to find that opening and then just work on dropping the hand down. And if you want to try the balance, bend the left knee, plant the left hand, lift in the back leg, and bend that right leg, catch hold of it with your right toes. One hand and one side can feel better than the other. Remembering the option of the blocks and the chair. Well done, brilliant. So if you just bent that knee, Peach, you'd be there. Oh, nearly, brilliant. Well done. Okay, come back to standing. So we're just, how much time have we got? Yeah. So come back to standing, come back to the top of the mat. Just take your feet as wide as the mat. We're just going to sink down and gently lower ourselves onto the mat. So hands to the heart center, breathing in, breathing out, sinking down through the hips, through your Mobilising, and then gently placing your hips down onto the mat. Well done. So we're going to do some face yoga. So, and this face yoga is really good for enhancing the breathing. So it's a good little practice to do to free up all the muscles and the channels on our face. And it should make you feel as though you're breathing a lot more freely after you've done it. So the best way to do it is either to, if you're comfortable sitting like this on the floor, because we're going to rest our head in our hands like this, so you can do it sitting on the floor, or you can come to a seat. If you've got a seat there, a chair, or your settee, just come into your chair, and we're going to sit. We're going to do a row down thinker here, and we're going to sit with our hands. So you choose if it's comfortable to you to sit on the floor. So bear in mind, we're going to hold our head in this position. So if this is comfortable for you, then stay. Otherwise, move on to a seat. So we're going to be working 4 specific muscles. I'm going to come a little bit closer so I can explain to you what we're doing. So the muscles that we're interested in are the ones along the side of our nose. Let me just get my notes to make sure I tell you the right name. So they're called the nasillus muscle. And then we're going to work these muscles here at the sides of the nostrils, and they're called the levator labial superius. And then we're going to work these muscles that go alongside the base of your cheekbones, and these are called the zygomaticus major and minor. And then finally, the muscle that's here on the outside edge that supports the hinge of our jaw, that's called the masseter superficial. So what we're going to do is sit with your elbows on your knees, place your hands on your forehead, and your thumbs are just under your cheekbones. So just rest your cheekbones into your thumbs and close your eyes and bring your attention to your breathing. So as your thumbs are underneath the cheekbones, just use them to apply some gentle pressure underneath the cheeks. And just breathing in through your nose. Try and breathe in to a count of 1 and out to a count of 2. So this will aid our relaxation and the exchange of oxygen as you try to extend that exhalation. And as you breathe, just move your thumbs in and up and under your cheekbones, just in small circles. So I'll just show you if you're not sure. So you're digging the thumbs in and you're just moving them in small circles under the cheekbones. You can really feel the cheekbones resting on the thumbs. Just breathing in. And now move your thumbs and apply some gentle and equal pressure up and down both sides of the bridge of your nose, so towards the top of the nose. So this area is, if you suffer with your sinuses, this is a really good area to just manipulate. So don't close off your nose as you're doing it, just manipulate that area with the thumbs. Just come close again. So it's this, and manipulating that area with my thumbs. So we've started to just massage those muscles in our face, the nasillus around our nose, and the zygomaticus underneath the cheekbones. So now there's 4 elements to this face yoga. You're going to place your hands on your hairline and gently draw in the skin up as you do it. So you know when you're trying to get rid of your wrinkles and you just slide your hands into your hairline and you stretch your face out so it looks like you've had a facelift that way. So we're doing that with the fingers. And then your thumbs are now free and they can apply some gentle pressure to your face. So lightly press the thumb pads on either side of the nose, where the nose meets the cheekbones. So towards the base of the nose. So we've got our fingertips stretching the hairline and the thumbs are around where the nose meets the cheekbones. Coming into that area, just to either side of the nostrils. And just hold a little bit of pressure there. So we're working the base of the nasalus muscle. Don't close your nostrils. You've got to be able to breathe comfortably through the nose. Just experiment with the amount of pressure that you can use there. By holding that pressure, you're releasing those muscles. Just a little bit like when we work with the fascia and we press into the fascia and we release. And now you're going to move onto the muscle that's just to the side of the nose, this levator labial superioris. So move the thumbs to the side, that dip on either side of the nose, and you can apply some pressure here. You can have quite a bit of pressure actually in that area. So just holding the thumbs in that area, continuing to breathe through the nose. And now move your thumb pads over the cheekbones to press on the zygomaticus minor and major muscles. So these are the ones that go underneath our cheekbones. So just moving the thumb pads over that area under the cheekbones. Just holding, moving them from the outside of the nose out towards your ears. Just applying gentle pressure. And then lastly, move the thumb pads to feel the hinge of the jaw. So we're coming right out to the side here to this muscle called the masseter superficial muscle. And as you press in this area, we're going to breathe in and out, and you're going to smile as you breathe. So notice whether you feel a little bit more of an opening in your nostrils as you smile when you breathe in. Make you a little bit like the Joker, but it's doing you good. And then just release your hands into your lap and just gently close your eyes. And take some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Just observing, how does that feel? Do you feel as though your face is a little bit freer and your breath is flowing a little bit easier? So we hold quite a lot of tension in our face, and stress can accumulate in these muscles throughout the day. So it's quite good to just release these muscles. There's lots of benefits of doing this exercise. As we're breathing in through our nose, the nose is adding moisture and warmth as the air is inhaled, and it provides a smoother entry to the lungs. So it reduces the risk of dehydration, and that happens if you're a mouth breather. And we're breathing through our nose to get more energy into the system. There's lots of scientific information here that says that nasal breathing releases nitric oxide, which increases the carbon dioxide in the blood, and CO2 is needed to release the oxygen into our tissues. So a lengthened exhale helps to more efficiently release that CO2. So there's all sorts of reasons why we should be doing this. And of course, we feel calm and energized. So just gently lower yourself down to your mat. Just in a seated position, just come back to your mat. And we'll just have a few moments in Shavasana. Just having your legs wider than hip distance apart. Your hands alongside your body, palms facing up. Just taking a few moments to observe how you feel. Just taking your attention to your face. So the muscles still feel activated on the face. Can you feel where you were pressing into those different areas, freeing up the muscles and the sinuses behind? If anybody suffers with sinus problems, this is a really good practice to do. And just take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Just take a few moments to observe that breath. Does it feel as though it's flowing more freely? Let go of any tension in the rest of your body. Just allow yourself to settle into the mat. And then start to bring some awareness back into your body. Bringing some movement into your fingers and your wrists, your toes and your ankles. And then using your next inhalation to float your hands up and overhead. Do a full body stretch, point from your fingers to your toes. And exhale and relax your hands on the mat behind you. Inhale and bend your knees. Plant your feet on the floor. And exhale over onto your right hand side. Drawing your knees up towards your chest. Give yourself a touch. When you're ready, blinking your eyes open, bring yourself back up to a seated position. And we'll finish with our 3 breaths together. So take your hands out wide, relax your shoulders, Nice upright spine. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale to the heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. So I'd be interested to know how you felt after that facial yoga and that breathing. Any comments?
I don't know, really.
No. Not sure?
Well,
I enjoyed it.
I liked it.
Could you feel how, does your face
Definitely.
feel like you've worked
Feeling.
it now?
Mm,
Yeah.
yes, definitely.
I think when I do it, my face feels quite activated.
Mm.
I feel my face is softer.
Yeah, good.
It's quite sore to do certain parts.
It is quite sore because we've got lots. It's the same as like when we find tight duck spots in our fascia. We've got them here, and we need to massage. Excuse me. Need to massage those muscles to release this tension. We hold so much tension in our faces.
Yeah, these ones here were very sore across the cheekbone.
Yeah.
Underneath. Yeah.
In your jaw, isn't it? Where your jaw hinges, that's where you clench. Yeah.
Yeah, that's, well, you know, when we clench our teeth, when we clench our jaw. So
Yeah.
just massaging and working into that area is really, really
I do
good.
feel softer, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
good.
hoping I look 20 years younger.
So you will.
Look, all these lines.
Hey, she's magic. I don't know whether she's that magic.
Oh, damn.
Well, have a nice day and keep
Thank
practicing
you.
it. Keep
Yeah.
trying that. And I've got a leaflet on it if you want me to send you the
Oh,
information.
that'd be good.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
I'll send
Yeah.
you that.
Thank
I'm
you.
on holiday next week, so I'll see you in 2.
Oh yeah, have a lovely time.
Have a good time. Enjoy.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Sarah.